Hey guys, what's up? It's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. And welcome to the very first episode of my new series, Painting with Maddie. I don't know if I might come up with a more creative title, but for right now, we're calling it Painting with Maddie because I am Maddie and I'm painting with me. You can also paint with me at home, but yeah, we're just gonna paint, together and talk about our feelings like true artists do. So, I got my canvas here all nice and new and wrapped up. So I gotta, oh, that was nice. I gotta open this up. I paint a lot. If you follow me on Instagram or you know me personally, you would know that. And that's all I've done this summer so far is paint. Literally, that's all I do is paint because I have nothing else to do. So I finished a good amount of paintings already, and I thought, why not just turn on the camera when I do that, and we can have a fun little painting time. Oh yes. So I guess we should just get started now. So I'm gonna be painting this is really fun. So I really like abstract art, and that's kind of what I do just because, I don't know, I'm really ADHD, so I can't focus for a long period of time, especially like now. So when I paint, I just do abstract things. Like that's what I go towards, because it's, it's just fun. You just paint. You just start painting. And so that's what I'm going to do today. And it's really easy. And it's really fun. You just gotta go with it, Just feel and just put your feelings on the canvas. Okay, we're going to stop. Okay. So the first thing I like to do is, start off with my nice clean canvas. I take gesso. Yesso to gesso, am I right? So what gesso is like, it's like a thicker acrylic mixture, depending on what type of gesso you get. It's kind of a mixture of like concrete and acrylic paint. Not actually concrete though, but like it's a little bit thicker than acrylic, and a lot of people use it to make canvases. So when you put cloth on the wood, then you put gesso on top of it. So there's like gesso on here already, but I pre-bought it. But when you make canvases, you use gesso. But I use gesso to create texture in my pieces. So that's what I'm going to start off with. So I'm going to take a palette knife, open up my gesso, and I just get a nice glob of it and just put it on there. And I just kind of create different shapes and textures wherever I'm feeling, create some compositional balance, but like other than that, it's just kind of whatever you feel.
I'm sorry, I suck.
Yeah, you do.
A good base of gesso down with some texture. What I like to do next is I like to take a little end of what is this called? A paintbrush, yes. And I like to just draw little shapes in it, just little abstract to create even more texture.
A rose seems to seep into the edge of nothing. Aimless eyes are searching for a better something.
So now that I've got all the texture and shapes I want, I don't know if you could actually see anything I was doing because the light is pretty bright, so it might drown it out. So sorry about that. I have to let this dry, and then once it's dry, I'll come back and we'll continue our painting. And we're back. It's been about 5 hours. This literally took so long to dry, and I don't know why. It's never taken that long before, and it's also not even dry. Like, it's still kind of wet, so, but we're just gonna go with it. It didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to, so we'll see what happens. But I'll show you what I do next. I have a plate. It has paints on it, but they're dry paints, so we're gonna pick out some new wet paints and paint with them. Also, I've been playing guitar for the past 5 hours while I was waiting for this to dry, and I think I have carpal tunnel now. I don't know exactly what that is, but I think it has something to do with your wrist, so I'm going to say that I have it. Great. Okay. So let's pick out some colors. I really like pastels, as you can tell by the paintings over here. Also, if you guys are interested in buying any of my paintings, I have a website with 2 paintings for sale on it, but these are also for sale, and I have a lot of other paintings. Or if you want me to paint you something and ship it to you, I will do that if you pay me. So if you're interested in that, you can email me. My email is below. If you want to buy a painting from me, tell me what your price range is. We can figure something out. I need money. Please help. So yeah, that would be cool if you wanted to do that, if that's something that interests you. Okay, let's get to picking out our colors now. So I really like to use acrylic paint, mostly because I don't know how to use oil paints. I'm not very experienced in oil paints, but hopefully after this year when I take my painting class, I will be. Yeah, and also they're toxic, so a lot of them, unless they're like water-based, you're not supposed to use them inside, or you'll inhale them and die, apparently. That's what I've heard. So I like to use pastels mostly, as I said. So I'm going to do this nice light blue violet color. This looks promising to me. Just put a little a dollop of daisy, a little dollop on there. And then what else? I'm trying not to make mine exactly like the painting I just did. We're going to do, but there's only so many pastel colors. I'm going to do a little bit of this bright aqua green color. I'm going to do some of this brilliant yellow green color. I'm going to do some primary yellow. And we need some warm tones now, so I'm going to do this pink color right here. I'm going to put some of this dark purple on. Yeah. So, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm just kind of choosing random colors, trying to choose different ones that I've used before, and then I'm going to just get a bunch of white acrylic paint, because I'll mix that with some of the colors to make them lighter, variations of the color that they are. So now what I do is just start painting like shapes, not even like actual shapes, just like kind of square blobs of different colors all over my canvas. And like if I've sketched out some squares, I'll like fill those in with certain colors. It's just really whatever you feel like you'll see in what I do. It's just really easy, and like you just gotta lay out your colors. If it looks good compositionally, then you're good. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I also really like to draw my shapes in these colors too, so then you see the white in the back, and then that creates more texture with what we're gonna put on top. So I'm gonna do that too now before it dries down, because acrylic paint dries really fast.
Creeping up the feelings that is all for nothing.
So now that we're done with putting down the colors, I actually like the way it turned out a lot more than I thought it would. I kind of branched out and did like a lot brighter colors than I'm usually used to. Most of the time I just stick with like very pastel colors. But as you can see, it's really just like really sloppy, messy. I really like art that's really abstract and kind of like scraggly. I don't even know how to describe it, and like really childlike. So that's kind of how my art is. I like just scribbles and like mark making and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna touch this up a little bit and then wait for it to dry, and then when it dries we'll come back and continue working on it. Okay, I almost forgot. I always forget to do this, but we need to cover the sides. I literally always forget to do that. So I'm just gonna do it like really sloppily. I'm not even gonna like really worry about the color too much. I just kind of want it covered. Okay, this is not interesting to you. I'll come back when the sides are covered. Okay, so I did all the sides but the bottom side, because obviously I can't do that because I need to fix this. I can't do that because it's sitting on the bottom side. So what I like to do, and I totally forgot about this part too, before everything completely dries, like when the paint is still a little bit tacky and wet, I like to go in with just like white acrylic paint, and I'm going to use this. It's not as good, but my other one's about to run out. So I like to block out some of the colors, like just create some new shapes when the paint is still kind of wet, so it like blends the colors together kind of. So like I'll like choose this section right here and like paint this off in white, and then like
It's no fun when you're leaving. It's okay, but repetitive.
yeah. Okay, now we're gonna let it dry, and then I'll be back when it dries. Okay, I'm pretty sure the camera angle's different, but whatever. It's time to finish her up, boys. We're almost done. This is kind of the last step. Not really. There's actually another step after this. So, what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your white acrylic paint, to squirt that very last bit there is. Okay, that's not gonna be enough. But we're gonna need a lot of white acrylic paint for this part, so yeah. Now what we're gonna do is just cover the entire thing in white. But like use it very sparingly. We still want the colors to show through, so I'll show you what I mean. And then we're also gonna create little blocks where you can see the color more in some areas and create little shapes with the negative space, so.
Uncertainty, we chase ghosts indifferent.
Now the next thing I like to do is get a wet paper towel. I just usually dip it in the water I'm using for my brushes, and I like to kind of soften some of the areas, so like bring a little bit of the color back just in like a couple areas. So I think that looks pretty good for what I want right now, so I'm gonna blow dry this to make it dry faster, and then we're gonna put on the finishing touches. Hi, I just talked for a while and wasn't recording, so I'm pretty sure it's dry. It might not be completely dry, but it's fine. So now is the finale, my favorite part of the whole process, the little finishing touches. So I have this art kit right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it has some pretty crappy stuff in it, like the paints suck. I've never tried the colored pencils, but I'm gonna use the oil pastels in here to add some finishing touches to my painting. So I'm gonna get the colors out and then we're gonna go. Okay, I got some colors, and this is my favorite part because it's like super freeing and just fun. And I realized that I haven't chatted any. Like this was supposed to be like a chatty like art time, but it wasn't. I was just painting, like not talking to you. So I guess I'm going to talk to you now. I'm not sure exactly what to talk about now. How's everybody doing? How's your summer going, if it's summer for you? My summer has been kind of meh, to say the least. It's been kind of meh. You know, summer depression happens every year. I just want to disappear. That's a song. I didn't make that up. But you know. So, but I just really just like scribbling, making some shapes and scribbles. I'm just not in a talky mood, I guess. Follow me on Instagram.
Hard to know what you're thinking. It's no fun when
I think we're done. It looks really fun. I like the way it looks right now, so I'm gonna stop here so I don't overdo it. And that's it, we're done. I will give you a little close-up. I'll put a little close-up here. Yeah, close-up. I hope this video was interesting to you. It probably wasn't because I didn't talk to you at all. Because, I don't know, I guess I just wasn't feeling it today. But hopefully this will be one of many Painting with Matties. So it was the first one, and I will learn and grow and be better at them as time goes on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for other things that aren't painting and some things that are painting, but most of them are not painting. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social medias. I also have a baby necklace. I love you guys so much. Have a great day or night or whenever you're watching this. Peace, love, and blessings. Adios.